don't eat anything packaged because it's bad. So what do we say to that?
You know what? Yeah. Can you do that? Absolutely. Like as he was saying, for people that wanted to do the heart healthy diet, they pretty much more or less had to carry Lindsay in one of those baby backpacks around with them for 8 weeks to say you can't eat that, you can't eat that. Yes, make sure the portion is this. The biggest challenge of people reaching their health and wellness goals is not knowing what to do, it's the actual commitment to do it. And so all of us know, if I want to eat healthy, I avoid golden arches, right? We all know that. My 5-year-old knows that. But how often do we find ourselves doing those same types of behaviors? And the power of what the Isagenix system is it makes it easy, convenient, and simple to where the 5-year-old can do it. I have a shake for breakfast, I have a shake for lunch, I have a normal healthy dinner, and for 1 day or 2 days a week, I cleanse, and I take the cleanse product every 4 hours. The Lindsays of the world aren't needed to be on our shoulder like the angel and the devil saying yes and no. And that is what is so powerful about the Isagenix system, is that people who started stick with it. One of the things that when I was looking at different companies several years ago, the one thing that actually stood out to me more than anything else with Isagenix, results absolutely remarkable, but why the results were so remarkable is that people stuck with it. And when people enjoy the shakes, when they feel full, when they don't feel like they're starving themselves, that is a mark of people who are truly creating lifestyle changes. Peter, who came out on the stage yesterday after 65 years, I don't want to speak on behalf of 63 years, hasn't been under 300 pounds since high school.
4 decades.
Yeah, and has now lost over 100 pounds in 16 weeks and has kept it off over the course of a year. Right? That, to me, indicates Isagenix isn't a diet. It is a mechanism of helping people have a lifestyle change. Right? We take the complexity out of being healthy. And that is the simple power of what Isagenix does. Right? The meal prep is done for you with the shakes. The adaptogens that we provide you help you respond better to the stresses that you face. And then the cleanse products to make that intermittent fasting day that much more effective. It is that simple 1, 2, 3 system that I'm excited for when the American Heart Association says, hey, you know what, maybe we should do something better. That Isagenix hopefully is being considered.
You know, that's true, that's great. Just to add on to that, when I look at the compliance and the adherence to staying, I've been doing research for 30 years, and for all of you that are up on all the scientific research and human clinical nutrition studies, the compliance rate is somewhere around 60 to 70%. So about a third to a quarter of people or higher will not make it to the end of a study. This is remarkable. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but in all of the research that has been conducted with Isagenix in my laboratory, we've had over a 95% compliance rate. Wow. That's insane. That's incredible.
That means when they start, they finish.
When they start, they finish. And that's just unheard of in nutrition research. So, wow. Right. Just saying it makes
You think about that. If 95% of people, we all have our different New Year's resolutions, right? There's 320 million people a week ago that all started a New Year's resolution to lose 5 pounds. And if we had a 95% completion rate to do that, how different life would be, right? We typically, as humans, continually fall into that 50 to 60% range.
One other comment. Gosh, you guys, I love this. I mean, this is science at the highest level. You know, what we're talking about, and Sarah's mentioned it, it's nutritionally engineered food in the highest level possible. In fact, I've written that into some of my published manuscripts with Isagenix, that they put together the combination as nature intended it of nutrients and minerals and vitamins at the highest level that our bodies can utilize and thrive on. And that's what Isagenix to me is, and that's where the true magic lies. So
Yes, I've always said made with great nutritional purpose, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because they are, right? They really are products and foods, and they're foods, right? They're foods. Just with the nutrient profile that, to me, it's almost like food of the future. I mean, you can't beat it.
Well, and I think it's also food that has like stood the test of time, right? Over the last 20 years, can we kind of all chuckle at the different diet fads that have come and gone, right? The grapefruit diet, that's my favorite one, right? Like, eat nothing but grapefruit, you'll lose weight. And your teeth, right? Like, no wonder why that only stuck around for a little bit, right? But, and then we see these fads come and go, and when we look at this, the basic simplicity of what we have, right? It has stood all of those fads and has absolutely delivered results that are second to none, right? In a world where people are afraid of the four-letter word carb, right? We know the reason that you feel full, the reason that you see that diversity in that microbiome is because we give them legitimate, balanced macros, right? And that is the key of that success. And Isagenix, we're not about a fad, because if you're for a fad, you're here today and gone tomorrow. 20 years, the stuff works.
Stuff works, right? Well, even let's do a little test in the audience.